Welcome to our year-end edition of Mike on the Mic podcast here at 1900. What do we call
Studio
it? Studio 1900 at the FCADC building. And we are going to conclude our year. We conclude every year, like this is like the first one we've ever done, so this will be starting every year. our year-end Festivus edition. And we have with us our sponsor of the podcast, Jeb Keller, who we used to like when he used to like sponsor, then he went away, but now he's back.
We're in the 26 bucket.
We're in the 2026, but we appreciate that. You know that.
Oh, absolutely.
But, Bosco, when you're thinking about insurance, what do you think about?
I think about my good friend, Jeb Keller, and Matty Reiford at Blue Ridge Risk Partners.
You know why? Because from captive insurance and alternative risk solutions to your business, for your business, to health insurance for your family, Blue Ridge Risk Partners offers the product, expertise, and services of a top 10 insurance agency here in Franklin County. Friend of the podcast, Jeb Keller is always happy to take your call.
I want to know real quick.
Now look at this guy. This is the guy taking your call.
Here's your insurance agent right here. I want to know, what is captive insurance?
I'm glad you asked.
We've been thinking about that all year long.
Yeah,
what is
I've
that?
heard Mike ask about it.
Yeah.
on the podcast before.
Oftentimes.
It's like one of your directors gets taken hostage or something.
It's a little bit. It's kind of it's a strange moniker.
Okay.
I'll give you that. But captive insurance, and I'll give you the group captive example because that's most relevant to the businesses that we have in Franklin County and South Central Pennsylvania. But what it is a group of businesses, often like businesses in the homogenous example, but sometimes they're heterogeneous, mixed
Big
industry.
words. We don't need the big words.
Yeah.
Man.
Yeah. Well, we're ag heavy here, homogenous. We'll go that route. But in any event, a group of businesses own their own insurance company. Captive insurance company is an insurance company owned by the businesses or the business it insures.
Okay.
So, group of businesses gets together.
Co-op.
Yep. It's sort of like a co-op. Yep. And there's an actuary that determines the pricing. 60 to 65% of the premium is allocated towards a claims fund. So that premium sits in an investment fund unless and until it is paid in a claim. Everything remaining after that claims period, that policy year closes out, which happens over a number of years, is returned to the insured together with the interest.
Yes.
We've
Participated at some events.
Yeah.
Yes.
So instead of the
All right.
insurance company reaping the profits of your premium, that goes to you.
So you're not an evil
Business.
insurance company.
Yeah, exactly.
No, we like to, and by the way, for all listeners, Blue Ridge Risk Partners has been insuring the Franklin County Area Development Corporation or its predecessors have been insuring the Franklin since 1986. So we appreciate that, and
Absolutely.
And we've had nothing but good insurance.
Well, we appreciate the relationship.
So it has been.
And I appreciate you having me here
It is
also.
good.
Well,
No,
that's great.
I
We've
told
been
Mike,
waiting.
Friday that he is, in fact, my public speaking role model. So
Oh, yeah,
I'm
yes.
tickled to be here. And the prior iteration of Mike on the Mic,
Yes.
Festivus podcast, perhaps 2023,
That would have been
Maybe.
2023.
Yeah.
all-time favorite podcast.
Well, that would be that. Now that's really.
We might have to do
I tried to find
a
it.
retrospective at some point.
We'll
we
have
still
to-
have
we'll
all
have
that
to.
all that old audio.
We'll have to.
Yeah.
So let's get into this year's podcast. Only because at 2:30 I got to jump out of here. So the rest of the Festivus might go on.
We got a 3 o'clock too.
Yeah.
remember.
So anyway, that should. So what it's look back on 2025 or throughout your entire life. What is it that you hate?
Well,
This is the airing of grievances.
When you told me about the subject matter today, Mike,
Yes.
the two that came to mind most immediately were both bathroom related.
Okay.
Number one, and I think this might be unique to me, but I think that when people consider it, I might get some people on board with this. Toilet paper roll holders, unnecessary. It's become an accepted part of life. Every bathroom must have one. They are unnecessary. You've got the top of your toilet, perfect to put on a roll of toilet paper. So much easier to unravel.
For storage.
You have to
when
turn around.
off of-
Storage.
Well, I mean, it helps you stay limber in the bathroom, helps you stay young, Unnecessary, I believe, toilet paper roll holder. Other bathroom-related one, no knockers on a public bathroom door. People who try to open the door in a public bathroom without knocking.
That is a good point.
I just-
You should always do that.
I don't even.
There's
no need to sit down for
you
me,
either
man.
have to knock or you have to look under the
Yeah.
stall to see if you see feet.
This butt ain't touching that seat.
So here's my if we're gonna go that route, start with the bathroom. Mine's single ply toilet paper.
Yes.
You got to get rid of that. I mean, Scott probably started out making toilet paper and single ply at the time when there was no other toilet paper. Probably was a good thing. We have advanced, man. Them Charmin Bears, they 2-3 ply, make everybody feel better. Just gives you a greater sense of confidence.
Sure.
That you're not going to have to.
It's security. It's like insurance.
Yeah, it's captive insurance.
So that would be mine in the bathroom. Single ply toilet paper should be outlawed. I mean, there should be. We could have legislation for that.
Here's mine. When your partner in life, whoever that may be, doesn't clean the sink out after it's been used.
After
Like
washing
hair, like combing hair, and you get
So this is bathroom related.
you get hair, and you know what I mean, like
Yeah.
wet hair in the sink.
right,
and-
especially for a pair of bald men. You know,
I know. I make it a point to rinse out when I shave my head, rinse out the sink, I get in there, you know. And, ugh. I
Now
always
let me
think-
ask you this, David.
Yes,
when you
please.
shave your head, you bick your head, correct?
Bick it, yes.
Bick it, yeah.
Actually, I'm a Harry's man.
Hair. Okay. Is that like a specialized?
No, it's just
specialized
like a
razor?
cheap razors.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm a Sensor XL guy myself, but
Nice.
now do you tap your razor against the sink?
No,
To-
just a
under
rinse.
rinse under the sink.
And I keep water in the bowl and.
Oh, okay. Okay. Yeah, that's how my father does it. I just keep the sink open, keep the water running. I
Is this
tap
like-
against the side of the sink.
Was this like a rite of passage that your father sat you down one day? Say,
Well, he taught me how to shave, of course, but my father has a lush head of hair.
Yes, he's
so
got a
he's
beautiful
in a
head
different
of hair.
situation than I am. But he didn't he wasn't a fan of me tapping the razor against the inside edge of the sink to get all the head hair on.
Yeah, right. I mean, they fill up and then yeah, it's terrible.
And razors are expensive.
That's why I go to Harry's. They come right to your door, delivered.
Makes sense. I have a football related grievance.
go ahead.
We can go down that road.
Yeah.
Sure.
People who get upset when defensive linemen jump off sides. Tony Dungy once said in the mid to late 90s.
But you were a center.
I
why-
am an interior lineman. I identify as a defensive lineman. I ended up playing
Okay.
guard in college because we ran the wing T. You needed lighter, more mobile,
Yeah, I know.
mobile guards.
Yeah.
But that's because our starting guard got hurt when I transferred to Shippensburg. I came in as a defensive tackle. Defensive lineman.
Where'd you transfer from?
Delaware, University of Delaware.
Nice.
Fighting
Blue hen.
blue. I was a fighting blue hen for a moment in time. But then we went
Was
through. a
Tubby
coaching
Raymond your coach?
I committed under Tubby. I signed my letter of intent under Tubby, and then he retired before I graduated from high school. So they hired Casey Keeler before I started there, and his MO was to bring in what was then 1A transfers, like Joe Flacco, for example. Joe Flacco and I are the same age, but I transferred out before he transferred in. So he sat me down a couple weeks into the season. Thought I was playing pretty well. He said, "Hey, we love your
They
work
said,
ethic.
"Hey, Jeb,
Great locker room guy.
Not sure
but I'd
this
be
is
lying to
working."
you if I told you I didn't want your scholarship back." So then I called Darwin Seiler, who's, if you know Darwin.
Yeah.
you know
Oh, yeah.
Darwin.
Yep,
Darwin
yep.
was the defensive line coach at Shippensburg at the time, and that's where I ended up.
Coach,
Great experience.
Coach Seiler.
Coach Seiler. Yeah.
Is that what you
Still take
Just think, you could have been a multi-million, because I could see you being an NIL guy. You'd have had a deal somewhere. You
Yeah.
would have. Like,
and not necessarily for my football acumen, but for my
Just
community
you.
service, activism,
Advocacy.
being a locker room guy, personality guy. Yeah,
Yeah.
thank you. I think I could have.
You could have played with the Golick brothers.
With the who's that?
Golick brothers. Like,
Oh yeah,
yeah. You
Yeah.
could have been one of them.
yeah. I would have loved that. Wrestlers too.
Mhm.
The Golics.
Mhm.
The
Yeah, they
older
were.
ones. The
They
older
were.
generation. Yep.
So anyway,
The
you said
fathers were Bob and Mike were the wrestlers.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, not the young guys.
You ever see? Yeah, if you ever want to see great statistics, the year that Bob Golick was playing at Notre Dame, and his senior year, he played with Montana. They played in the Cotton Bowl. Look up his statistics for that game. He had like 25 tackles. I mean, the guy maybe an interception, a fumble recovery, unbelievable game.
Also, Saved by the Bell, the college years, Bob Golick. If you remember the college years, Bob Golick was like an RA or something in Saved by the Bell, the college years. Great actor.
Not the Bob. Was it the Bob Golick? Was
It
it?
was the Bob Golick.
Nice.
Yeah, yep, exactly.
Saved by the Bell.
I remember way back, Mike Golick had like an NFL blooper show or something. Like it was like right after he retired from football. He was on some. It was like a half hour long. Like it was,
How do we get him down here? You think he'll be on the pod? Mike Golick?
He's still announcing.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well, I think we can get him.
we probably could. He
Yeah.
got nothing else to do.
Yeah.
he'd probably sue us for the name of ours.
He probably could. It might be easier to get him in.
Yeah.
But yes, defensive lineman jumping off sides.
So what's
You gotta
the
get a jump
what's
on
the
the
issue?
ball.
It's a rule.
People,
You
it's a-
got-
it's
You
a
can't
rule.
be offsides.
It's
Or do you mean
it's the-
lining
it's
up in the neutral zone?
I don't. That's a different situation. But jumping off sides, trying to get a head start, making a play on the ball, being a playmaker as a defensive tackle.
Well, how
It's hard for me to get upset by that. Now, if it's
how offsides are you allowed to be?
Yeah.
You can't be any offside.
It'd be like
No,
in the
like,
back.
What do you advocate for? Like,
I'm advocating for my defensive linemen making
should-
plays.
they
Getting off the ball.
Unabated to the quarterback
That's
anytime you want.
That's
You
right.
could do.
Free pass.
Yeah.
That's-
Now, if it's 3rd and 5 or less, or 4th and 5 or less, now you have to be situationally aware as a defensive lineman. But getting a jump on the ball, trying to jump the snap count, I can't be upset by that.
Like
And I
Palomalo
came
used to
that
just
by
like
my man Tony Dungy.
he timed it.
By the way, you're a bit of a Tony Dungy doppelganger.
He thinks I look like JB Smooth.
I don't know JB Smith.
He used to do the 7-Up commercials.
Okay.
7 Up yours, or whatever it was. He's a black guy, bald haired, had the black frame glasses, and he had a beard and everything.
Yep.
He
Okay.
came in after one weekend and was like, I know who you. So
Now here's my question. Here's one that I do have a problem with. Okay, and this is daily. Okay, we all live on the 81 corridor. It's out on 81 when you have trucks trying to pass one another, and they've got a line of traffic from Wayne Avenue to Greencastle as they're coming up 81, trying to both going 50 miles an hour, trying to pass one another.
Oh.
Why doesn't one let the other one either get by or?
I think
Move on.
it gets personal with them. I think when somebody pulls up.
Oh,
beside
it
them.
does.
Do you ever call the numbers on the back of the trucks?
No.
The how's my driving number? Maybe that's what you need to do.
That's a point.
Yeah.
What do you like that? Do you think that does that aggravate you or not?
It aggravates me a bit more so that trucks try to impede my travel.
Well, that's what is
that's where I
happening
get
right
a-
there.
yeah.
That's when they are impeding your travel.
Yeah, maybe there should be like a pretty hard and fast
I don't get it.
right lane rule
First off,
for the
There,
big guys.
there
for
is
the big boys.
where there's 3 lanes.
We don't. Well,
See, that's
but
the argument for
you've
3 lanes.
not yet
if
been
you
able
go-
to
you go-
secure us
you-
3 lanes.
Got a point there.
but he's delivered us all the trucks.
That's
See,
true.
yeah.
That's true. Well, it's a chicken and the egg.
Yeah,
type
I
of
know. We
situation.
need.
But if you think about it, if you're on 81, and parts of it, you're restricted. No trucks in the left lane.
Yeah. It's dangerous out there. We always have to be on our guard.
You got to fight for position.
No, you do.
You
You
do.
do.
That's right.
You do.
But-
Now here's another.
When's the
pet-
last time you rode with this man?
Well, I don't know if we've ever taken a
we
drive.
know.
together. We should do that.
Ugh.
We should.
We should.
We'll take a ride.
Make sure you have.
I'll let you. It'd be like driving Miss Daisy.
Beautiful. Let's do that. Let's do that. The last time I listened to the most recent
Yes.
Festivus podcast, my father and I were on our way to a Penn State wrestling match. I think we should that might be in order.
Just make sure you
Hey,
have a.
I'm having lunch with your Penn State wrestling guy tomorrow.
Oh, are you?
Yeah.
The good Paul Fight.
Yeah.
Now, Paul placed 4th in the state of Pennsylvania as a senior in high school
Where did he go to high school?
Northern. He's a
Okay,
polar bear.
okay.
Northern polar bear.
Dillsburg.
Born with one hand. Incredible.
That's
Incredible
amazing.
for
That's
the,
amazing.
You know, the thought of
Being a grappler.
of like wrestling on top.
Mm-hmm.
You know, trying to hold somebody down with one arm.
You know,
Amazing.
that gives you, like, you know how strong he is then.
Yeah. Yeah.
Really.
Good young kid.
Our lawn mowing team, we have a gentleman that runs a weed trimmer with one arm.
Oh yeah.
That's impressive.
Yeah.
It absolutely is impressive. When you talk about work ethic,
That is impressive.
It
gets
is.
A
it
weed
done.
trimmer. Interesting.
Like
What if you
full,
could run
like
a
full, like full on, like not like an electric one. I'm talking like.
Imagine how strong
two-stroke.
that one
Yeah.
arm is.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
So,
That's great.
No, yeah, so we're gonna have lunch, but, okay, that's another conversation about Penn State wrestling. That's,
Yeah.
there's nothing I don't like about that.
Yeah.
Well, if you
He's
ride with
he's
him,
got all the ins.
you need a full belly and maybe a ginger ale.
To ride with Mike?
Yes.
Full belly and maybe a ginger ale.
Yeah.
Okay. Why the full belly?
That way
Not
you don't
stopping.
get nauseous from. You've got stuff in your
Why
system.
would
Your
you want
blood.
a full belly? You just throw it
No,
all
your
up.
blood sugar's good.
That's what the ginger ale's for.
Yeah. I've heard it several times. Boss, go, if you're going to throw up, you let me know. Okay, boss. I have my head out the window like a dog.
Now, where do you guys go on trips?
Well, we've
We've traveled many places.
Yeah.
Copious
For
places.
business or for personal?
Mostly business.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
we've traveled the state of Pennsylvania, it's traveled internationally.
Yeah. Oh.
Otherwise, there's a no fraternization policy. The FCADC. It's on page 6 of the handbook. I told his brother that one time.
You got to be careful with those employee handbooks.
You
Yeah,
do.
Yes, you do.
Yeah.
Yes, you
Yeah.
do.
They serve their purpose until they don't.
Ask the Michigan coach.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
Well, yeah.
That was in there.
Boy, he went deep. He went way off the charts.
You have to cut your losses at some point. You have to know when to cut your losses.
So,
It's a Kenny Rogers situation.
Yeah.
yeah, yes, it is.
Know when to hold him and know when to
So
fold him.
here's something I don't understand either. So, I stop at McDonald's mostly, but other fast food places, and pick up. I drink a lot of iced tea, so I'll stop for iced tea. So here's something I've learned recently. So it happened to me today. I stopped at McDonald's out on Norland, and not the Norland Road, but the Norland Shopping Plaza north of Chambersburg.
Green Village.
Green Village, walked in and asked to buy at the counter to buy an iced tea. So if I go through the drive-through, this drink would be $2.11. If I go in and get it inside, it's $1.58. Please explain.
I don't know. Because
This is confirmed. This is
This is
verified.
absolutely.
Oh,
correct.
he knows.
This
He-
has
yeah.
happened multiple times. Explain.
he knows exact change at every
Explain.
location.
I need to think that one through.
Isn't that illegal?
Maybe the demand for drive-through workers is a little higher. Maybe that you have
What?
to pay them a little more.
Drive-through surcharge.
Yeah, drive-through surcharge.
Maybe they
perhaps.
should put that on the menu board.
They probably should.
Then all
That's
the
a grievance of mine.
then-
Not being
then,
clear.
then all the food should be more expensive going through the drive-through.
Maybe it
Yeah,
is.
that's
as
true.
opposed to
You're getting a They're offering you a benefit for getting out of your car.
Yeah,
Well,
convenience
then-
charge.
but if I order a cheeseburger inside, then it should be cheap.
Since
It's
when
like
do you
some-
get out to go?
Some beer distributors will charge you more. They'll give you a cold charge if you go into and you get the cold beer. You know, it's been a while since I've encountered that as I've matured over my years and acquiring less beer. But maybe it's a similar. But that's a gripe. That's a good gripe. Pricing transparency.
Remember when
Be transparent about your pricing.
I stopped there to get you an iced tea, and you were like, "Where have you been?" Because I was gone for like an hour and a half. I was coming from Letterkenny. I didn't drive out there just to get iced tea, and I told it. It's like, and this is true story. I ordered it and sat at the speaker box for like 10 minutes, heard nothing. Meanwhile, there's cars lining up behind me. So I'm like, hello, you know. And she says, God bless her, I'm sorry, sir, I can't find the lemon button on the
The lemon button.
button. I was like, well, first off, I can help you out there because there'd be no lemon in it. So why don't you just disregard that? And why don't you just invite me around to pay, and then you can figure out where the lemon button.
Maybe we can solve this together.
God bless her. Let's think about this.
Here's a drive-through one I would like to run by you guys. My best friend, Mike Riemenschneider from Waynesboro, Pennsylvania. His father, Gurdon, God bless his soul.
Gurdon
Riemenschneider, good German man.
Wait, is this the guy who lives up behind me?
He used to live Crestwood Circle. They used to live in Crestwood Circle.
I remember I ran into you. Remember I was walking the dog one night and you were...
Yes, no, that's Mikey Black. That's Mikey Black. His
Right.
father, Michael Sr., used to work at the hospital from Belfast, Ireland.
Okay, I wondered if... Yeah.
Yeah, no, this is Gurdon Riemenschneider.
All right,
Gurdon,
sorry. Go ahead.
Gurdon, for my entire life, you know how, so you're in the drive-thru at McDonald's and you come up to collect your order and they'll ask you to move up.
He would never move.
He would just roll up his window.
Yeah.
Not move. He'd just roll up his window.
Hey, a friend of mine's dad did that once when we were younger, and we were mortified. He's like, "Nope, I think I'll stay right here."
It's a pretty alarming situation.
And meanwhile, traffic in Waynesboro, when it goes around, it doesn't take too long. You're out on Route 16,
That's
man,
right.
and there's a
That's
queue
right.
forming on 16. And all he needed to do was go to a little parking space, and the line keeps moving. Nope, I think I'll stay right here. Thank you.
Yep. Yeah. It's an interesting power play. It might be unique to Waynesboro. I don't know.
It might be, but I know what you're saying.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
So,
What else you have for us? What other
well,
gripes?
this is all grievance.
Well, here's one that's an interesting behavior. Okay, so we all complain about the price of gas. Although it's gotten better. Okay, but especially when it would peak, we're like $4, $4.50 a gallon for a gallon of gas. Okay, a gallon of gas takes you from here to Hagerstown. Okay, my wife and I, Wawa and I, were at we went to an event at the Giant Center Thursday night in Hershey. 16-ounce bottle of water, $4.50. That bottle of water you're drinking, $4.50. Now you think about that, and people will buy it like it. And if you equate it to a gallon, you would be paying like $28 a gallon for water. But as a behavior, it is crazy.
And you think about like a Negley's, for
Yep.
example. Any golf tournament you
Shout
play
out to
in,
Negley's. yeah.
Negley's. Shout out to Negley's.
Yeah.
They're giving that's $30 a water times however many.
Yeah, I just
boxes of
was
water.
in Weiss yesterday. They're just selling like cases of it for like $3.95. Okay.
30 of them for
What do you think the price is of the plastic for the water bottles relative to the water
I
itself?
give up.
I don't know. I don't know.
either.
Just posing that.
Well, that's
Just posing that.
2 cents.
Yeah.
not much, but that's it.
Well,
It's
you're
just, it's just an interesting behavior.
You've always said that, but
observation.
that,
I mean,
that's always been a gripe. of
it
yours.
has been. I mean, people go to a Penn State football game, any sporting event, whether that doesn't matter who the teams are, but unless you go to like a high school event, then they're only charging like $2.
But everybody knows that. You're going into a sporting event or a concert, you're paying outrageous.
You do, but it just seems like we're happy to do so. It's always one of my
the
other favorite.
You're paying for the experience.
When people say, and you can relate to this. I don't want to go see my attorney because they charge $200 an hour, but I'll buy tickets to a concert at like $350 for a seat.
Yeah. Well, going to your attorney is no fun. Going to a concert, a lot more fun.
Depends.
So,
There's been concerts that
Oh, it's like
when they turn into political events.
yeah, it's true.
it's interesting how.
I think the only thing we can conclude is we need to drink less water as a society.
Well,
We're
right.
drinking too much water.
But you got but water.
Remember, his son-in-law works for Negley.
Oh, yes.
Yes, he does. He's on the drilling.
I take
side.
that back. Drink more water.
Drill, baby, drill. That's
right.
what he,
Yes, they're always in the search for more water.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So no, but that's just an interesting observation there.
It is.
It's a good one.
It is.
It's a good one.
Here's one. The most common, I think, grievance is people leaving their shopping carts out in the grocery store parking lot.
Cart narcs.
Which is it's upsetting.
It is up. No, I agree with that. I agree.
Here's another grocery store one though. A full cart to the self checkout. Full cart to the
Yeah.
self-checkout.
People don't ever pay attention
Yeah,
to the
yeah.
15 or less
they-
or the
Yeah,
20.
well, and those they're gone now. I think
Yeah.
I don't ever
The
see
counter's only like 25 inches long.
right.
It's like,
right.
really? No, you can't do that. That
Yeah,
should
full cart
be.
to the self-checkout. Yeah.
A lot of places are going away from self-checkout again.
Are they now?
I think it's not working the way they thought it was going to.
Yeah, because of tech issues with they're always shut down.
I think it's easy to steal, probably. Yeah. That's why at BJ's they're always like, "Have you scanned the items under your cart?"
How do they know if you scanned it?
You press the
How-
button.
so
Yeah.
the alarm
So,
go
so,
off
if,
if you
so
don't
if,
scan
if you if you took the guy with the full cart at that self checkout, what if you only like scan half of it?
Well, they have that bouncer there, sort
Yeah,
of.
BJ's
check-
checks your receipt.
Well, they do, but the Giant doesn't do that.
Maybe there's something in the barcode that knows if it's scanned and it like turns off one of those alarms. Even though like at Lowe's you buy something legitimately and the alarm still goes off when you walk out the door.
I think maybe at Giant they rely on the courtesy of the
Of their
people
staff.
working there. They always wish you a nice day. And,
Yeah, they do.
you wouldn't want to.
You
wouldn't.
and most people are very respectful and law abiding.
Yeah, but then that's
You know,
why we have
If they were all law abiding, though, you wouldn't need criminal defense.
we wouldn't need criminal defense lawyers.
speaking of which, we're getting rid of every one of your children's jobs. We don't need water anymore, and we don't need criminal defense attorneys.
Yeah. Well, I don't think Tracy's doing a heavy amount of criminal defense
Not-
work
not-
anymore,
no,
right?
no,
now.
no.
She's,
Mostly,
mostly estate
Yep.
work.
now she's just hoping that you die.
Yeah, that's right.
Not of a crime either.
Yeah,
Just
yeah.
natural occurrence.
And the more money you have, the more she's hoping you die.
Well,
Right.
I got on Saturday, as I mentioned earlier before we came on the air, the Waynesboro Borough Sip and Stroll was Saturday afternoon. We had a little group that went along. Jeb, it was well attended. There was a lot of people downtown. 15 stops.
That's wonderful.
15 stops. And I only got the middle finger once from a woman who, now admittedly, I was jaywalking in the area of Pappy's Pub and Hoover House because those were two stops. Well, the crosswalk is up at Grant Street, as you know, from Waynesboro. Long line of traffic stop. My whole crew, the whole team's walking through the street. This woman starts moving her car. And I'm standing there, and she's she literally almost bumped me. And then the window came down, and she dropped the F-bomb at me and the middle finger, and so that was the holiday season.
I think a good analogy there is
He got a
jumping
ticket.
off sides as a defensive lineman.
He got a ticket
You know?
jaywalking.
Here in Chambersburg.
No. In Tempe, Arizona, John Van Horn and I. Okay.
He's
John,
got priors in Tempe.
husband of the president judge.
Yes.
Okay.
For whom I used to clerk.
So and we were in Tempe. We were walking back to our hotel, and we're getting ready to cross the street. And we looked literally on the street. There was not a car in sight. Okay. And we walked across the street, and we get to the other side. A guy on a bicycle police officer. He drives. I said, "Hey guys, how you doing?" "Oh, we're fine." He said, "Where you going?" I said, "Going to our hotel." "You have ID?" I said, "What?" I said, I said, "What do you mean we have ID?" He said, "We just crossed the street illegally." I said, what? There's no cars coming. He said, "We have to cross in the crosswalk." I said, "You're joking, right?" And I'm thinking we're getting, okay, next time you cross the street, be in a crosswalk.
Where's the cameras?
So
It's like a
he gets out his ticket book and starts writing us up. And I said, you're kidding me, right? No, $115 for each of us to cross the street. Welcome to Tempe. So we had the judge write our defense. The judge had no influence in Tempe, Arizona. None.
Did you return back to fight it?
No, they knew that. However, I was delinquent in the timing of
Imagine that.
see.
Imagine
in
that.
my payment ultimately. Then I got a notice that I'm banned from driving in the state of Arizona.
They have a
Does
warrant.
that continue to this day?
They had a warrant out for your arrest. I'm banned in hunting in North Dakota.
How'd you do that?
there were some reasons. Never been to North Dakota though, so it's.
I'd advise you to just withhold any further comment there.
It's already been
But,
adjudicated.
but oh my
Okay.
goodness, it was. But yeah, that was so if for a Festivus, but I'm a little late with that. But yeah, that was absolutely ridiculous.
Yeah.
Now I was
Well,
jaywalking in.
welcome to Tempe. Now, having said that, 2 nights earlier, there was actually a priest hit a person in Phoenix. Now, this wasn't in Tempe; it was downtown Phoenix, and killed a person, and continued on.
Oh.
Okay, and they arrested the priest for a hit for leaving the scene of an accident. Okay, which they said had he stayed, he would not have been charged because the guy was not in the crosswalk when he hit him. Now think about that.
Now, okay.
He probably would have been charged with something, but it
What
wasn't
happened?
going to be.
To the pedestrian
He was killed.
killed.
Yeah,
Were there any additional charges? I wonder.
I give up.
I wonder if he.
You can take the attorney's hat off now.
All right.
you don't have to.
You're thinking maybe I could get a billable hour out of this.
Well, maybe there's a personal injury suit right here. You know, maybe
Nice.
we'll have
Yeah,
FCADC
but
in
they
here.
did. I mean, they ended up arresting the guy and charged him with vehicular homicide for leaving the scene of an accident.
So they were just protecting you.
Apparently,
law
yeah.
enforcement
But I'm
officers.
gonna tell you, you could look both directions. There was not a car to be seen either direction. And had we interrupted traffic, I get it, or somebody had to swerve to avoid hitting us, that I would have gotten it. But when you're walking across the street and there's nobody to be seen, it's like, really, can't we just have a little discretion here?
Yeah, a little discretion, especially for a swift man such as yourself.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Well, back then he probably could shuck and jive. Back then, man.
Well, I'm sorry to hear about both of your experiences.
Yeah, well,
Well, thank you.
Yeah.
now I probably would have been cited had a Waynesboro police officer been in the area. But, hey,
What is the size of the Waynesboro Police Force?
15 maybe?
I think that's about right.
Yeah, something like that. Full complement now. Yep,
Doing a good job.
they are.
Good Mayor Dave Royer is active on the social medias, keeping us informed of
Yeah.
arrests and such.
Major drug bust.
That's right. That's
Yeah.
right. You don't want to do it.
What he say? You do drugs in Waynesboro, you go to jail. That's what he said.
That's right. It's my little league baseball coach right there.
Nice.
Yeah?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yep.
So what else bothers you in the world?
What else bothers me?
This is it.
Here's one thing. This is also directed on this is a home front issue.
Okay.
Who gets to determine where things go? I often hear that that's not where that goes, or you don't know where it is because you didn't put it back where it goes. Who is the arbiter of where something goes?
Whose house it is?
By the way,
But in my own house, I'm saying
It would
that
be your
it's
wife.
Certainly not
Your
me.
wife.
so to your own house.
Yeah.
If you're the only one living in your house.
Yeah.
Okay. The minute you said I do, it was.
Yes.
Then I no longer have
that's
that
one of the things you are
decision-making.
conceding.
Okay,
That there will be someone else who will determine where that goes.
where it goes.
I'm not allowed
And then
to.
Where I go.
And you just accept the fact that that's where it goes.
Okay.
I'm
That's
not.
Good to know. That's good to know. I've only been married for 5 years, so there's a lot for me to
you're
learn.
a slow learner.
That's true. That's true.
I'm not allowed to either load and/or empty the dishwasher.
That sounds like a good thing.
It potentially is, yes, but
It really does.
when I have a single fork, I know.
You're not allowed to put it in there
Oh, I get yelled at. I'll take care of it.
for putting a fork in
I'll
there.
take care of it. I don't put the plates in properly because you know how they're supposed to stand straight up. When I put them in, they somehow tend to.
Yeah.
In like bowls too. They're supposed to.
Bowls are difficult.
Yeah,
Bowls
they are,
difficult,
but
not all.
That would be
it's a rule.
when you see it. When you
Here's one with putting things away. We have prominent in our kitchen drawers at the very bottom, like floor level drawers, where things that we use regularly are stored. Now, I
That's
don't
gonna catch up
understand
to you
that.
quick.
It is, and I'm a straight knee bender.
Yeah.
I can't bend my knees at all anymore, so I just go, straight down, straight back up. But there's a lot of low back.
Yes. Yeah.
lot
How
of-
many
lot of
how many
tension.
times has one of those been left open and you end up tripping
Running
on it?
into it.
Yep.
A lot. I'm pretty wide, so I'm often hitting things with my shoulders. I'm often running into walls in my shoulders, but also, running into.
I've done that.
drawers and
Have you ever
such.
suggested maybe we should find a new place where this should go?
I have, but my suggestions are not always well received.
Right.
Well, no,
Yeah.
sometimes they're acknowledged. We hear that.
Yes.
We're not, we'll put that in, noted file.
Yeah, sometimes
You
it's a
have
nice. We'll take it under
Yeah,
advisement, but then the advisement never
Yeah.
happens.
No, that's pretty much the way it works.
Yeah.
On your wedding day, you gave away that right to know where it goes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I'm fortunate, I should say. In totality,
You are.
this is not a grievance. The totality of my
Nice
marriage,
recovery.
not a grievance.
Nice
Let me make that
recovery.
clear.
Yeah,
Nice
let's
recovery.
qualify this.
Yeah. Mine either. My wife doesn't listen to this anyway, so I can't say anything.
How many listeners do we have now?
Huh? Depends on
Collectively, see, the difference is subscribers versus listeners. You're a subscriber, so you get noticed every time we do something. But we've had almost over 3,000 downloads collectively between audio and video for the entire year. So it's 3,000 people that are listening to.
That's incredible.
Yeah.
No, it is. So, because we're going to have to bring this to an end, Professor. But
This wasn't very festive.
no, it really wasn't very fun. Is there any Christmas traditions that bother you or you like or?
Christmas traditions that bother me. Well, here, my sister lives in Melbourne, Australia. But she often comes home for Christmas, which is wonderful. But when my blessed sister is home for Christmas, then I'm expected to be
Available.
at all, anytime, any hours.
Yes.
Again, ultimately a good thing.
Not a grievance.
She didn't fly
Not a grievance.
23 hours and across the international date line.
It's a
What
trip.
does she do in Australia?
She actually just graduated from a social. She got a master's degree in social work. She did a work study program. So she was a missionary in Thailand for a number of years, where she met her husband, who was also a missionary in Thailand. And my brother-in-law is South African, but grew up in Melbourne. So when they got out of the mission work, several years after they got married, they moved to Melbourne. And she's done a couple different things. She got a degree in pastoral care.
I was going to say, they have that master's in social work at Shippensburg.
We've been, maybe someday, she'll come back. But we didn't know we've got some pretty good Christmas traditions. I like our Christmas.
Okay, that's
traditions.
good.
I'm not much of a tree decorator, I must say.
Okay.
I like the
Yeah, we just have one.
You like natural trees or you
natural.
Okay.
Natural, for sure.
Really?
Yeah.
Seems like your mother-in-law might have a problem with that.
Natural trees.
Well,
She has transitioned to a fake tree. That
God love her.
that is true.
We've had a fake tree for a number of years. It only has lights on it. We don't put any ornaments on it. Put it in the closet. At the end of, get it out. It's
The
ready
ease
to
of
go.
use, the drive-through convenience factor
Yeah.
is strong with the fake tree, for sure. But I like the smell of it, like a Douglas fir.
I hear that.
Well, you can get a candle that does that. That's
True. That is
We
true.
just got our tree yesterday.
Oh yeah.
Kaufman's over there on Morph Road.
Yeah. Waynesboro folk.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
We're trying to share the wealth.
Yeah.
Go everywhere.
Yeah.
Just not Chambersburg.
That's right.
We used to go to Eagle up in Path Valley.
That's
a great
one.
I'll tell you what, there's not a better location in Franklin County. If you want to have a feel for a Christmas-like experience, get your tree up there. It's just a beautiful, beautiful place. So
Here's a grievance. So he just says yesterday, I was at Wharf Road looking for Christmas trees. 2 minutes from Bosco's house. Not a ring, not a text saying, "Hey Bosco, we'll be in town." Maybe
we never made it to town.
maybe
You have page 6 of the employee handbook.
Yeah.
There. You've got the
Yes.
no fraternizing
I
policy.
signed it too.
No.
I signed it.
No. We yesterday, as I was telling you, it was so cold out that will accelerate the decision making. when you start looking, we're not
Yes.
looking through all these trees. First one we see,
It's nice and warm at Bosco's. You got a fireplace.
we got a Charlie Brown Christmas tree. We don't care.
Mm-hmm.
You know, there's one, cut it.
That's what we went to Kaufman's the day after Thanksgiving. If you remember, it was
Yeah.
pretty cold that
Now,
day.
could you
The whole
could you
family.
could you
Didn't
cut
last
then, or
long.
could you
out of the car right back into the car?
yeah? Could you cut then, or just tag it? Sometimes he's
You could cut that.
yeah, but you
Now
could
my
only
father had pre-tagged his.
yeah, see that.
He was- he
People are
went-
wise to that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So your father enjoying retirement?
He loves retirement. I thought he would be one that would miss it and want to come back in, but he loves it. He's audited some classes at Gettysburg College.
And for those of you who don't know, Jeb's father was an attorney, a long practicing, and his uncle was a long practicing attorney, and his father was a judge. Or grandfather was a judge.
That's right.
So yeah, so
Yep. And pardon me. And I for a time worked with them along with your
Yeah,
daughter,
yes,
of course.
yes, yes.
With the good Tracy Janelle Ross
Mm-hmm.
burner phone. And yeah, but he loves retirement. My dad is really good at relaxing. He enjoys relaxing.
not as good as your uncle.
Well, my uncle is not as relaxed as my dad. My uncle more so enjoys not leaving the house.
Well, there's nothing wrong with that.
There's nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that.
But both good guys though, both really good guys.
Thank you. I'm partial to him.
No, but no, he doesn't like to go. He doesn't come out for anything.
No.
Unless Dawn brings him.
Right, exactly. Thank goodness he has Dawn, because
Yes.
otherwise you'd never see him.
So
He
anyway,
has a great Christmas tradition of he'll just leave before anyone. We'll have our family gatherings, and he'll just do a nice Irish exit.
Yeah.
And Uncle Dave will be gone. He'll be at home. Dawn will still be there. My cousin Katie will still be there. But he's gone home to his dog. He's had enough of the family.
Hey,
does anybody know he's left?
Well, I mean, it'll be realized at some point.
Well, I might, but he
Sometime
doesn't say goodbye. Just gets up.
So there's been occasions where it nobody knows for an hour or so that Dave's gone.
did he leave?
Wait, what
do
happened
you
to that
think?
mustache? There's
Yeah.
no more mustaches here.
Nice.
No, that's good. So to close it out, I got to know because this question we ask everybody: who's your favorite rock and roll band?
Well, I think my I don't know if this qualifies as rock and roll. I'm a Van Morrison guy,
Okay.
kind of at my core, but the Darkness. If you're familiar with the Darkness, I try to see them every time they tour the U.S. English rock band, although the bassist Frankie is a Scottish fellow. They sang "I Believe in a Thing Called Love." If you remember that song, circa 2002, 2003. I'm a little hoarse right now.
Oh
Otherwise, I'd say
no,
they were
yeah.
Suits.
I believe in a thing called love.
Yeah. Can't
okay.
explain all the feelings that
Yeah.
you're making me
Okay,
feel.
yeah.
My heart's in overdrive. Yep, that one.
Yeah.
I celebrate their whole library. Now their most recent albums, a little rough, but they have 4 or 5 incredible albums. The lead singer Justin Hawkins has a great falsetto. He's got a little bit of Robert Plant
Okay.
to him. I do love Zeppelin as well, by
Okay.
the way. Big
Speak-
Zeppelin guy.
Speaking of which, real quick, did you see your guys is now Sir Roger Daltrey?
Yes, I did see
He
that.
got
yeah.
knighted.
Yes, he
Sir
did.
Roger Daltrey.
Yep.
Now Roger Daltrey
Of the Who,
of the Who. Okay.
lead singer of the Who.
Now I don't know the Who as well, but there's a great. Have you ever seen Louis? The show Louis C.K.'s show.
No.
No, yeah,
I
yeah.
can tell you about that off air. There's
Okay.
a great scene where Louis is singing along to the Who in his car with his kids in there.
Know who's a great Who fan? Jack Black,
Oh yeah, the actor,
Mm-hmm.
the actor Jack Black.
who starred in the worst movie ever made. So you want a Festivus complaint? Shallow Hal is the worst movie
I kind of like Shout.
Well, just wait because
ever made. That and Grown Up Stew.
Christmas Day,
Okay.
Jack Black's starring beside Paul Rudd in a remake of Anaconda.
Oh, I saw that.
I
I
said to
saw
my
some-
wife yesterday, I was like, I can't tell if this is a comedy or if it's the horror movie.
I saw some advertisements.
Yeah.
Of that, if we can go the English route. 2 other terrible movies. One Christmas themed. Mixed Nuts. Awful. We once saw that at Leitersburg Cinema. My father, sister, and I. Terrible movie. One
Who
that
stars
I-
in that?
I can't even remember, but it is a truly terrible movie. You should.
I don't
you should
even.
watch
I've
it.
never even heard of it.
It's worth a watch. Same general era as Cabin Boy, if you remember Cabin Boy. I went into Cabin Man, or went into Cabin Boy, and came out of Cabin Man. That movie has not stood the test of time.
What?
But, yeah. But yes, the
Who's
darkness.
in that?
I think it's the guy. Who's the guy? Who's the guy in Something About Mary, that gets kind of like the warts on his face?
Oh
I think he is the lead character.
Not Ben Stiller.
No.
no. Oh, Dylan, Matt Dillon. Isn't that
No.
Matt Dillon?
No. It might actually be Woody Harrelson, and I might be thinking of the wrong guy. But Cabin Boy is another one. Mixed Nuts, though, is Christmas themed and pretty terrible. There's a ukulele involved, and that's about.
Well, hey, Melikalemaka.
I'll tell you the other thing. Speaking of Christmas movies and Festivus, do we have to put the Christmas Story on a loop?
Oh, that's tradition.
Well-
That's they do that every year.
I think you need to at least see the lamp, the leg lamp, and the tongue stuck to the pole.
Electric
I think
sex.
you need to get those 2 scenes every year.
My father.
What's your favorite Christmas movie?
Well, I mean, I'm
Don't-
42.
You're going to tell me Die Hard.
42. I'm not. And I think every person my age, if giving an honest answer, is going to say Home Alone. It's like, who was your favorite basketball player as a kid? Michael Jordan. Who was your favorite baseball player? Cal Ripken Jr. Of course. I'm a Home Alone era kid, but we did talk about Bad Santa earlier, and
Yeah.
I am partial to a Bad Santa viewing. I think
Office Christmas Party is pretty funny too.
I've not seen that.
That came out a couple years ago. It's debauchery. It's like Animal House, but it's
Yeah.
a Office Christmas Party. Like
Okay.
it gets out of
Is it a
hand.
National Lampoons?
No, but it's got some people that have been in Saturday Night Live, so it's But
I've become partial to Four Christmases.
You know, I heard you say that last, and I do like that. That's Vince Vaughn,
Yeah,
and they go to the different.
yeah,
Both sets of parents are divorced, and they hit all the.
yes.
Yeah. That's good. That's good.
That is very good, yes.
They have that one, like the one brother-in-law or something is like WWE style wrestler. Yeah.
Yes, John Cena.
That's good.
nice.
Yeah.
No, it's good, yeah.
All right.
But I encourage you to listen to The Darkness.
I know their hit song you're referring to. At least that one that was very popular in the. I can't believe it's been that long ago.
Yeah. They have a Christmas album too, or at least a Christmas song. Don't Let the Bells End.
But I am happy to hear that you like Van Morrison.
Oh, I love Van Morrison. I was kind of raised on Van Morrison, James Taylor, that kind of line of Bruce Hornsby was big in my household when I was young. The other Bruce, the boss, of course. Yeah.
No, that's good. That's good. I like
Paul
all-
Simon. I know we've talked about Paul Simon before. You dispute his greatness, but
No, Paul Simon, he was good. I think, no, he was good, and he and Artie Garfunkel, that was a pretty good duo. It seemed to work out well for both of them.
yeah.
So, no, but I in terms of the singer-songwriters, I guys that are underappreciated, I think Gordon Lightfoot's woefully underappreciated.
Okay.
Guy did some great stuff. But I'm a big James Taylor fan. Cat Stevens is a big one. Good singer-songwriter, and I'm missing a couple right now off the top of my head. But yeah, and speaking of which, I'm gonna tell you some guys that were good lead singers. Now I am gonna have to jump out of here, and I apologize. And that is Burton Cummings for the Guess Who, great lead singer. Mickey Dolenz for the Monkees, good lead singer.
See, You know, I know who you're talking about, but I'm just like, okay.
Yeah.
I remember the Monkees had a TV show
Yep.
that was aired in Waynesboro over the summer one year, and it was right after the Gumby. Gumby had a show.
I have a new band
It was the
alert.
claymation Gumby.
New band alert for you guys.
Who's that?
Penelope Road. Young guys from Georgia. And they're excellent. They've got it's an interesting sort of if you could meld sort of like they've got some sort of R&B / Southern rock kind of influences in them, a little bit of pop. Penelope Road.
Okay.
It just came across my radar several months ago. But
All right.
I'd encourage checking
I
that
have to do that.
All right.
So I have to.
Well, no, that's
So we're gonna. Jeb, thank you for coming in,
Absolutely.
and thank you all for listening as we wind down 2025, and looking forward to 2026. We've got some interesting people we're going to be bringing on here for
No,
Mike on the Mic, and we
not
we do appreciate your sponsorship. And
Yes.
again, Bosco,
Yes.
we'll end this today with, when you're thinking of insurance, who do you think of?
I think of Blue Ridge Risk Partners.
And why do you think about that? Because you like that captive insurance.
I do. That's a great concept.
Not a better
I
concept.
like collectivization and cooperation.
But Blue Ridge, you know what they do? They offer the products, expertise, and service of a top 10 insurance agency right here in Franklin County. They are a friend of the FCADC, a friend of the podcast. And Jeb, thank you for being here today.
Yes.
Thank you for having me, gentlemen.
We enjoyed it.
All right.
And
Thank you for what you do for the county.
Merry Christmas,
Merry
everyone.
Christmas.
Happy
Merry
Hanukkah
Christmas.
and happy
New
holidays.
Year, and whatever it is you celebrate, we're glad you do.
Yes. All right.
So,
We're out of
done.
here.
Thank
Thanks.
you.